Phew, y'all. The tea we're about to get into is boiling hot and messy beyond belief. The streets of love and marriage, Huntsville, are buzzing, and the drama. It's coming from every direction, from cheating rumors to shady trips and suspicious behavior between the Scott brothers and Martell Holt. Fans are putting the pieces together and realizing things are far messier than they first appeared. So go ahead and get comfortable because you won't want to miss a second of what we're breaking down today. Let's dive right into the heat surrounding Marsa and Maurice Scott. Word on the curb is that the brothers have been deep in some inappropriate behavior, and fans are starting to feel like all those moments of confusion from past seasons suddenly make sense. People have been whispering about that Credit One building for years, but now it's gaining a new level of notoriety. Marsa allegedly used Maurice's business as a cover-up for his secret dealings, and not just once repeatedly. We're talking about behavior that had a whole routine to it, apparently. That building wasn't just for credit repair or law consultations. It allegedly doubled as the perfect hideout for Marsa's activities away from prying eyes. What's really wild is that Maurice was supposedly always around during these encounters, which has folks wondering if the brothers were covering for each other in some sort of pact. Fans are now calling it a pattern helping each other sneak around, using business hours or vague excuses as shields for late-night rendezvous. And then there's the infamous Vegas trip. This is where things spiral into scandal. The cast went to Vegas together years ago, but recent revelations are making that trip look like more than just a getaway. The boys had separate rooms from the ladies, which already raised eyebrows. Now, some fans believe there were shared rooms, shared secrets, and shared stories that no one ever intended to make public.
Just make sure that the kids are taken care of.
Allegedly, some of the guys were being anything but faithful while out there in Sin City. And while the show gave us glimpses of tension, we had no idea what was really brewing behind the scenes. This brings us to the ever-complicated relationships between the Scott brothers and their wives. Tisha has made it clear over the years that she stands by Marsa, but the way she often lets her mother, Miss Wanda, do her dirty work says a lot. Tisha may never directly accuse her husband of anything, but the fact that Wanda constantly questions his whereabouts and loyalty proves the doubt exists, loud and clear. Tisha might not say it, but her silence speaks volumes. And when Marsa claps back, he does so with a smugness that infuriates fans. He talks around questions, uses sarcasm, and manipulates conversations until the blame shifts away from him. Classic gaslighting behavior. But fans are catching on. It's not cute. It's not clever. It's calculated, and it's old. Morris, on the other hand, tries to come off as the responsible one. But we all remember that DUI situation, something he brushed off when speaking to his son, Monster. Instead of owning the moment and acknowledging it was, Maurice turned it into a nonchalant lesson. But Monster already knew. The kids at school were gossiping. The streets were talking. Maurice might have thought he buried that mess, but it was already out there. And his deflection only made it worse. What's even more concerning is Morris's continued emotional unavailability. Kimmy is holding that marriage together with thread, and it shows. She's constantly smiling through the pain, joking when things get uncomfortable and brushing things off that clearly bother her. But viewers can see through it. Her trust has been shaken, and it doesn't help that Maurice can never seem to give her a straight answer when asked simple questions about loyalty. Maurice dances around them like he's auditioning for Dancing with the Stars, and yet Kimmy keeps pushing forward.
My clinical experience.
But it's that kind of self-denial that eats away at a person over time. She knows something isn't right. We all know something isn't right. As for Chris Fletcher, he once again found himself in the center of drama when people started revisiting his claims about NDAs and side chicks. He allegedly tried to say Maurice and Marsa had women signing paperwork to keep quiet about what went on behind closed doors. At first, fans brushed it off as hearsay. But now, given everything else that's come out, folks are thinking twice. Because it fits, it tracks, it explains a lot. Kimmy tried to laugh it off publicly, but fans could see the tension behind her smile. She even asked Maurice directly if he ever had a woman sign an NDA. And instead of giving a firm no, he tiptoed around it. That pause was louder than any answer. There's nothing to hide. Why the hesitation? Meanwhile, Martell Holt continues to bring his own brand of chaos. His behavior hasn't changed one bit. He's still stringing along Arian Curry trying to make her the new version of Melody, and still pretending like he's doing it all for the sake of co-parenting and peace. But deep down, we know Martell operates on control. He helps Arian with school, makes vague promises, dangles a possible ring in her face, but it's all manipulation. He doesn't want her to move on. He doesn't want her to find peace. Wants her stuck, dependent, grateful. And that's not love. That's psychological warfare. And let's not forget Destiny Payton being pulled back into the mix. Martell's talking about partnering with her in real estate, trying to make it seem like they're just good friends and business partners. But fans have always suspected there was more between them. The chemistry is weird, the tension is thick. And now with Destiny freshly out of a toxic relationship herself, folks are hoping she doesn't fall back into a new version of the same. Lance, Destiny's ex, already had fans concerned with his manipulative behavior. Destiny shared that after their breakup. He still texted her on holidays, then popped up with a whole new baby situation. Like, sir, what? The audacity? The emotional games. But here's the thing that ties it all together. These men keep getting away with it. Arsa, Maurice, Martell, they all have a way of spinning narratives, dodging accountability, and using charm as a weapon. And the women, they're exhausted. Whether it's Kimmy trying to maintain peace, Tisha pretending everything is fine, Destiny avoiding confrontation, or Arian still hoping for a wedding, they're all stuck in a cycle of emotional chaos. It's hard to watch. Fans want better for them. Viewers are screaming at the screen every week, wondering when the cycle will end. When will someone truly hold these men accountable? When will someone walk away not with their head down, but with their head held high, knowing they deserve more? The saddest part, we've seen this all before. These women are reliving Melody's past in different fonts. And if they don't take heed, they'll find themselves just as broken, just as drained, and just as betrayed. This isn't just reality TV anymore. This is a reflection of real-life dynamics that far too many people experience. Emotional manipulation, gaslighting, infidelity, silence in the face of truth, love and marriage. Huntsville may be entertainment, but the pain behind the scenes, that's real. So as this season unfolds, fans are watching with sharper eyes. No more benefit of the doubt. No more brushing things under the rug. The veil has been lifted, and we see you every move, every excuse, every smirk. Let this be a warning. The truth always comes out. And when it does, it doesn't ask permission. It knocks down the door, flips the table, sets the stage for a reckoning. And if you made it this far, thank you for sticking around for the ride. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because this story is far from over. And baby, we've got a lot more to uncover.